Hello, hello, hello! Did you think that I was going to miss out on sharing my opinions on possibly one of the biggest releases of the year? Everyone's favourite ginger Jedi is back swinging his stick as Respawn have released a Jedi Survivor. I don't know whether you can tell this as this is an audio format, but I have a very big smile on my face, which should probably key you into the tone of this review. Side note, I will only be using non-spoiler content from the first couple of hours of the game so that you can decide if it's for you, but also enjoy the surprises when you play. Jedi Survivor drops us in the middle of the action as Cal Kestis is all grown up, sporting a beard, and leading a small group of renegades determined to fight the good fight of the rebellion. His gaze soon turns to the planet of Kobo where, whilst visiting an old friend, he learns of a possible safe haven for the last of the Jedi and other Force sensitives. But is the rumour too good to be true? And what of others seeking the mythical planet cut off from the rest of the galaxy? Only one thing is certain.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh gosh, where to begin. What a triumphant return for the franchise. I didn't hold out much hope for this game given how much the last one failed to live up to my expectations, but this game taught me to love franchise developers again. For starters, the graphics have been taken to a whole new level with this game. Whilst there is a touch difference between gameplay and cutscenes, it's pretty minimal and we are rewarded with gorgeous worlds and you just wish the galaxy didn't need saving so you could chill out and enjoy the view. Given that the Wookiee design from Fallen Order still haunts my dreams to this day, this was a welcome change up. I could perhaps be one of those people and say that my frame rate did drop occasionally, but nobody likes those people. The game still uses the basic Dark Souls-esque save system whereby reaching meditation points allows you to replenish health but also respawns all enemies in an area, yet now there are so many more options available whilst you meditate, which includes a fast travel option. You can also choose different styles of play with different lightsaber loadouts depending on how you prefer to button mash in combat. Each have different rewards and payoffs that you can explore and upgrade as you go. Another thing I loved about the start of this game was that, like with God of War Ragnarok last year, you don't lose all of the abilities you mastered in the first game just because this is the start of a new one. Instead, the developers have come up with ways of enhancing what you have and adding new ways of getting around. Whilst I did find some of the button combinations a bit finicky as I played, there were still plenty of options that I could get used to and work into my combat style. Another thing that has to be mentioned is the world building. My god, is this game huge. The first major planet you go to will keep you coming back as you progress through the game and gather new skills, allowing you to reach new places more exciting than the last. Whilst there were elements of this in Fallen Order, they tended to be a slog with very few rewards. Whereas here there are rumours to uncover and new enemies to face, which make taking a break from the main storyline just as fun. The fast travel also makes this way more accessible, and I lost hours to exploring caverns and swamps before remembering I had a galaxy to save. And I'm not saying this is one of the biggest maps ever created, but instead the developers have made it feel big through careful cultivation of design, so that even when you get to the end of a map, it always feels like there's more to be done and that there is a real world just beyond the horizon. Before I'd even explored half of the first open world, another one popped up too, which was completely different with new challenges and puzzles to work out. In terms of storytelling, I really like what they have done with telling Cal's next chapter. One of the saddest things about Fallen Order was that there did not feel like there was time for the story to be told, which left it pretty half-baked and patchy. Here, Survivor has time for the story to fully develop at a good pace with realistic character development along the way. I have to note the thought that had gone into what would happen to Cal, Merrin, Seer and Grease in the years since we last saw them. The rebellion has clearly taken its toll, and they have all responded in different and realistic ways to the passing of time. The game has taken a protagonist that I personally found too annoying in Fallen Order and made him into a fleshed out being, but with a past that isn't just controlling his present. Also, not gonna lie, seeing Merrin with that cute new haircut and outfit made me feel things. I genuinely cannot fault this game, and I was really looking. I'm not even mad that the customization options for Cal, BD and your lightsaber have no gameplay effect. Just pleased that I never have to see another poncho. Oh good god, is that a mullet? If you fancy a romp across the galaxy with plenty of action, exploration and story, this is the one to try. It's refreshing to see a game developer take on criticism and use it to make a truly brilliant game. And when you consider it's also part of one of the largest franchises in the world, owned by one of the largest tight-fisted corporations in existence, it's even more incredible to see how far they have come. It's almost like when you give developers time and space to make the content they want, it could become something truly greater than any rehash of the things we enjoyed before.